What's good, YouTube? Boy, it is some clown-ass people that get on social media and just say some of the dumbest stuff I've ever heard. So recently here, Cam Newton, the former league MVP of 2015, took the Panthers to the Super Bowl that year. He went on his one of somebody's, I guess, he did an interview or a podcast or whatever it was. But he put out there his list of what he called game managers versus difference makers. And on that list, he put Dak Prescott, Tua Tagovailoa, Brock Purdy, Jared Goff. Out of all those names, there's only one person I agree with him that's a game manager, and that is Mr. Jared Goff. Brock Purdy, Tua, and Dak are far from a game manager. I'm just going to speak on Tua because I've seen what he can do time and time again. Now, let's take last season, for instance. Last season, the Dolphins, at this time of the year, the Dolphins are 8-3, right? They took on, at the time, I think it was the Green Bay Packers, or, no. They actually had a 5-game losing skid. Now, 2 of those games, they did have Tua. I can't remember the 2 teams they lost to right now. But both of those games were very close and very competitive. They just couldn't pull them out. Then against the Packers, Tua got injured. He got hurt, and they went down. Now, before that, let me rewind a little bit. Before that beginning of the season, after they played the Buffalo Bills to go up 3-0, they have a 3-0 start. Tua got a concussion against the Cincinnati Bengals, right? He got knocked out. He was out for 2 games in a row. Can somebody please tell me how that went in terms of Tyreek and Waddle and what their numbers look like? Once Tua came back against, I want to say it was Pittsburgh. Yeah, Pittsburgh. They went on a 5-game winning streak. Granted, they didn't play the best competition, but he was lighting up every single team during that 5-game winning streak. Then they went on to lose 5 in a row. I think it was either 5 or 3 in a row. I think it was 5 in a row. Because yeah, they were 8-3. Then they lost 5 to go to 8-8. Then they beat the Jets for the last game of the season. The Tua wasn't there. They won that game 11-6. Sorry, 11-6. And they ended up playing the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo and lost that game 34-31, in which Tua didn't play. There was a stat that when Tua didn't play, Tyreek numbers, he averaged, I think it was 60 yards a game. He didn't have any touchdowns. He barely had 4 catches a game. Same with Waddle. Both of their numbers dynamically dropped. Both of them now. And this is the 1-2 punch that Miami has. But without Tua, that 1-2 punch called Waddle and Hill, they both dropped. Then from there, the running game suffered. The entire offense looked nothing like it did with him being under the helm. But he's a game manager, right? They also showed a stat that they was averaging nearly, I want to say it was 400 plus yards a game. When he went out the game, they averaged maybe half of that. So you talking about half your yardage gone behind one player. They're supposed to be a game manager now. You know, hey, all he does is manage the offense. But because he didn't have Cam's dynamic legs, now he's a game manager. Are you serious? Cam Newton, you're a great NFL player. But don't get it twisted, bro. Tua is actually a really good to great quarterback. He has his moments where he'll do dumb stuff, but time and time again, you can rely on him to make the right play. He's not gonna win He's not gonna win every single game they play. No, but right now they're currently 9-4. Are they not? Are they not in first place in the AFC East? Are they not the second seed in the AFC? And that's because of him, Tyreek, Mostert, Waddle, those type guys. that offense, that defense is finally coming along. It's looking really good. Yes, they did lose to the Titans, but that game right there does not show you that Tua's a game manager. If anything, it actually shows you that even without Tyreek, he didn't throw a touchdown that night, but you saw how much more they needed Reek to stretch the field and anything, because it seems like none of his other receivers can do so. However, that didn't stop him from moving the offense down the field. They didn't go completely stagnant. They just didn't get in the end zone. So they were able to move the ball. When they got between the 20s, they didn't get in the end zone. That's my only gripe with the offense that Monday night. But that don't mean it's going to happen moving forward. That doesn't mean it's going to continue to happen. I still think he'll put up 30-plus touchdowns. This is the first game I saw where he didn't throw a touchdown. I don't think it's going to happen no more. But it's football, so it happens. But to Cam Newton, stop putting your foot in your mouth, man. I get it. You still think you got some juice in the tank. That's fine. But what's the point of you coming out saying who's a game manager, who's a difference maker? Yes, you were a dynamic player for 4 years. That's what we're going to give you. 4 years, you were a dynamic player. After that, you fall off a cliff, my boy. After them hits took their toll on your body, and you can no longer do what you used to do, you fall off a cliff. Because you were never a great passer. You were an athletic quarterback. That's what you were. In high school and college and then the NFL. But you made a great living off of it. I mean, you made your money. You got your Super Bowl. You won the NFC Championship game. You got an MVP on your belt. Be happy with what you did accomplish. Don't waste your time making stuff like that, man. It's not going to get you anywhere. If anything, people got their own opinions about it. But respect the ones that are doing it right now. Because Purdy, Tua, that, they're all in the top category. And damn near everything this year, right? Tua was up there last year. So how can he be a game manager? Just wanted to know, man. Just wanted to know. Anyway, that's my take, guys. Gotta get out of here. Gotta go do some work. But you guys stay blessed. Peace.